Hey folks, so I thought this would be a fun one today. Let's try and reproduce the guitar sound that Robben Ford got on That Pedal Show. So like many of you, I'm a fan of That Pedal Show. I've been watching it for a while. I really enjoy guitars, gears, all that kind of stuff. I was watching this episode with the great Robben Ford, and he had this sound that was just great. It was really good, and I thought I'm going to try and emulate that. So looking at the video, I can see that he's using his Dumble amp. So I set up a Dumble amp in my Fractal FM3, and I went for the ODS Ford model, which I think is modeled off Robben Ford's Dumble. And then I took that and I went for a 2x12 cab. Looks to me like in the video like it's a 57 and some kind of ribbon. So that's what I did. And then a spring reverb on his board, and then a Zendrive. And so I set my Zendrive, which is just here, set it to the exact same settings that he was using, at least from what I can tell. It's quite interesting. I was surprised to see that the tone control was up on full. It's not how I would have set it, but there you go. Now, it's not the same guitar, but I'm using a Telecaster on the bridge pickup, right, which is what Robben's clearly doing in the video. Yeah, so I kind of tried to see, could I emulate that same sound, and a spring reverb, and the spring reverb's about this length. Kind of pretty close, tonally and everything. The Zendrive. And then the Zendrive's just adding a bit of drive to it, isn't it? It's not really like kind of changing it too much. Still is effectively the same kind of guitar tone. But it's interesting, an interesting process to try and recreate someone's tone using the gear you have, right? So I was using an FM3 and a Zendrive and then just recording that all direct. Now, what would I do differently? Well, I'd probably run the gain a bit higher. I'd probably put the voice in the middle, and I'd turn that tone control down, and you get this. Clean tone. It's a pretty cool sound in itself. To me, that's kind of sounds more like what I would associate with the typical Robben Ford tone. Give it a try sometime. You know, if you've got a favorite guitar player, try and see with your gear what you can make work, right? It's a good exercise to do. You'll learn a lot kind of about your gear and about what you're doing and how you're doing it. I found this kind of process to be an interesting one. Yeah, it's kind of made me think, well, maybe I should just kind of explore this a little more. And what if I went for an Eric Johnson sound, or try to recreate John Scofield's rig in these things? Because that's the beautiful thing with these fractal things is, to me, they kind of encourage experimenting, because, you know, there's no cost of entry to do it, right? I can go in here, I can find a Dumble clone, you know, how they've modeled it, of Robben's amp, and try and recreate the sound. Why not? Hope you found this useful. If you have, please subscribe. I post every day here on YouTube. My name's Nick Granville, as I mentioned, so yeah, I'll play you out with more of that Robben Ford thing.